Let's make a movie together. Today, you are going to vote on the protagonist for our movie. So far in this series, you've decided on a genre, and in the last video, you voted for one of 4 concepts. Concept 1 was a dark comedy about a reality TV show, similar to something like Married at First Sight, where a contestant is paired up with a partner only to discover that they are a serial killer and they are killing off the competition. Concept 2 was another dark comedy about the last zombie on Earth. After a zombie apocalypse is seemingly eradicated somehow, we find there is one solitary zombie left in the world. Concept 3 is a sci-fi psychological thriller about a person who wakes up in a mysterious enclosure with no memory of who they are and a captor who doesn't want them to find out. Concept number 4 is a psychological crime thriller in a world that blends magic and science, where we follow a detective who must solve a gruesome set of crimes after an ancient artifact is stolen that allows its user to control shadows. First up, let's quickly go through and tally up the votes. On the main YouTube video, we had 6 votes for concept 1, 0.5 for concept 2, and 6.5 for concept 4. Concept 1 and 4 are close, but concept 4 is in the lead by just a little bit. Our video on YouTube Shorts and Facebook and TikTok received no votes, and over on Instagram, concept 2 had 1 vote, concept 3 had 2 votes, and concept 4 had 3 votes. Bringing the grand total to 6 for concept 1, 1.5 for concept 2, 2 votes for concept 3, and finally 9.5 votes for concept 4. Concept 4 is clearly the winner. A psychological crime thriller in a world that blends magic and science, where we follow a detective who must solve a gruesome set of crimes after an ancient artifact is stolen that allows its user to control shadows. I'm going to give you 4 options for a protagonist for this film, and you will vote for your favorite. Number 1 is Detective Mia Clarke. Her background: a young, ambitious detective recently promoted to the homicide division, known for her analytical mind and skepticism towards anything unscientific. Her personality: logical, methodical, and often dismissive of theories that can't be proven by evidence. Clarke's encounter with the magical elements challenges her worldview and forces her to adapt her investigative techniques. A unique twist is Mia has a personal history that makes her deeply distrustful of anything that can't be explained by logic. Her strengths: she is highly intelligent, detail-oriented, and analytical, excellent at piecing together evidence and creating logical connections. Her skeptical nature often leads her to question everything, ensuring that no stone is left unturned. Her weaknesses: overly reliant on tangible evidence and logic, which could be a hindrance in a case involving magical elements. Her skepticism may prevent her from seeing the bigger picture and accepting supernatural possibilities. Number 2 is Detective Leo Ramirez. His background is a seasoned, laid-back detective who has seen it all. Known for his unconventional approach and reliance on gut instincts rather than hard evidence. His personality: charismatic and intuitive. Ramirez often relies on his people skills and instincts to solve cases. He's open to the idea of magic, which both aids and complicates the investigation. A unique twist is that Ramirez has an uncanny ability to read people and situations, almost as if he has a sixth sense, making him unusually open to the idea of magic. Some strengths: he has exceptional intuition and people skills, good at reading between the lines and understanding human behavior, which helps him in interrogations and witness interviews. His open-mindedness towards unorthodox ideas like magic makes him adaptable. Some weaknesses: sometimes too reliant on his gut feeling, which can lead to an oversight of concrete evidence. His laid-back attitude might be perceived as unprofessional or non-serious, especially in a high-stakes scenario. Number 3 is Detective Harriet Harry Jones. Her background: Harriet has been a detective for years, known for tackling some of the most complex and twisted cases. Her interest in the bizarre and unorthodox has led her down many unconventional paths in both her professional and personal life. Her personality: Harriet is intuitive and has an uncanny ability to read people, which makes her an excellent interrogator. She's seen enough of the world's darkness to no longer be surprised by it, but she still maintains a sense of humor as her coping mechanism. A unique twist is that Harriet's deep understanding of human nature and her experience with the darker aspects of society give her an edge in cases that involve psychological manipulation or abnormal behavior. Some strengths: she's empathetic yet hardened. Harriet's intuition and experience make her formidable. She's excellent at piecing together psychological profiles. Some weaknesses: her unconventional methods sometimes put her at odds with department protocol, and her humor can be misinterpreted as insensitivity. And fourth and finally is Detective Alex Hart. His background: he is fresh out of the academy. Alex is keen to prove himself. He has always been fascinated by the unexplained, leading him to study a mix of forensic science and paranormal phenomena. His colleagues often dismiss his theories as flights of fancy. His personality: he is eager to impress, but often naive. Alex's enthusiasm sometimes leads him to leap before he looks. He's undeterred by the ridicule he often faces, believing firmly that there's more to the world than what meets the eye. A unique twist is that Alex's interest in the supernatural gives him unique insights into cases, but it's a constant struggle to have his theories taken seriously by the more experienced members of the department. Some strengths: Alex's fresh perspective and willingness to consider the improbable often lead him to see clues that others miss. His academic background in both science and myth provides a unique approach to investigations. Some weaknesses: lack of experience, and his theories are often too fantastical for conventional police work, leading to friction with more grounded colleagues. To cast your vote, type the character's name in the comments below. Alternatively, if you have an idea for a totally different protagonist, let us know, and if it gets enough likes, then we'll consider it as well. Cast your vote in the comments now, then depending on who you choose, we'll come back again in another video to work on the next step of this film.